What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Mock Draft Monday after a Victory Monday. The theme for this one is going to be taking a look at a mock draft if the Jets run it back with Aaron Rodgers. There's been a lot of discussion about running it back with Aaron Rodgers after this win and how he's played the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to give an example of what a draft could maybe look like for the New York Jets if that's what they decide to do. Again, we're going to do many themes for Mock Draft Monday until we actually get to the NFL draft. And I'm going to use PFF this week for this one. 7-round mock draft under the assumption that Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So let's get rocking and rolling with this one. There are a few trade back opportunities for the New York Jets. Abdul Carter is also available here. So there's a few different ways that we could go. Let's take a look at moving back with the Chargers. You'd probably need to get like a first-round pick next year too. I would think to drop back that far, or maybe a second, like something like this. Let's just do this for now. Again, we don't really care about next year's draft capital, but if the Jets are trading back, all right, why are they going to trade back? Well, let's do it. Cam Ward is still there. I don't think that Cam Ward is going to actually be a realistic option, but the point of the trade back was to grab Tyler Warren, a tight end. The Jets desperately need help at the tight end position. I think he goes late first, early second, but we're going to focus on rebuilding the Jets tight end room, and they drastically need help at that position. So yes, obviously Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders still available. PFF, I don't know why they have those guys still available in the late 20s. But it is what it is. All right, let's take a look. We have a couple of interior defensive line options as well as edge. Those are a couple spots that I think the Jets are going to need to attack here. So I'm going to go with best defensive lineman available at this point, I think is going to be the plan. I kind of like Norman Lott, I think, better. He's a little bit bigger, and I think the Jets need that kind of beef on the interior. So we'll go interior defensive line first here. The air's frosty, my schedule's packed, and my fridge is stuffed, which means one thing: 'tis the season for the perfect jean. Stretchy enough for second or even third helpings, soft enough to go full couch potato mode, and stylish enough to wear to every holiday gathering. The perfect jean are, well, just that, the perfect jean. Is this holiday magic or just a really well-written ad? Maybe it's a little bit of both, but in all seriousness, this jean is really something special. These jeans will be your MVP for the holidays. They stretch enough to handle holiday feasts and are comfy enough to wear during your marathon movies or your football Sundays, and are so cozy you'll forget you're wearing pants. Plus, they'll keep you looking sharp for every invite that lands on your calendar. Between holiday shopping and endless parties, the last thing you need to stress about is finding the jeans that fit. The perfect jean makes it easy with 6 fits, waists from 26 to 50, and lengths from 26 to 38. Whether you're a short king or you're towering at 6'5" like me, rocking a relaxed fit jean or holding onto your skinny jeans, the perfect jean has over 5,000 combos to keep you looking and feeling great all season long. Our listeners get 15% off their first order, plus free shipping over at theperfectjean.nyc. Use code O'Leary15 for 15% off. And then depending on how the board falls, okay, this ended up working out for me, I think. I could either go Jared Ivey here. I might wait, but there's a chance that DJ Reed walks in free agency, and they very well could end up needing a corner. So I'll take Darian Porter to start across from Sauce Gardner. So the Jets essentially getting 3 starters with their first couple of picks here. Jets have a late third rounder. Again, they traded back. Oh, not traded back, but they traded their third rounder for Devontae Adams. So they have this trade from Detroit. And I think we'll go either edge or safety. They need a lot of help at safety here. Also, I think that's a room that they need to redo. But let's go edge first, and then worry about getting back potentially to safety. That safety I was looking at came off the board shortly thereafter. These things tend to happen. Rod Moore, do I go right back to Michigan? Just load up there. I might do that. Or Josh Connerly, tackle out of Oregon. They could use depth on the offensive line. Maybe we'll do that first. We'll go offensive line depth first, and then take a look at safety. Next pick is at pick 143, so you're going to have to wait a crazy long time. I might double up on positions here. Quinn Ewers is still available. I don't know if he's really moving the needle for me. Riley Leonard. Dorian Strong is a corner that I happen to like a lot. They could use a linebacker depth too. Let's see where the safeties are looking at this point. I feel like that's a little bit of a reach. I'll go back to interior defensive line because that's a spot the Jets are not going to have a ton of depth at. Javon Kinlaw's not coming back. Solomon Thomas isn't coming back. Okay. We'll go safety now with Taffy out of Texas. 2 more picks left. Could take Jackson Dart. I know a lot of people, not a lot, but some people like him as a depth option. I don't think the Jets would do that. Patrick Payton. Let's see what safeties we're looking at. Catalan is, I think, one of my favorite later guys. It's 210, a little bit of a reach, but all right, let's take him. Then the Jets have one more pick to close out here. And do I end with Jackson Dart? What do I do here? Go back on the offensive side of the ball? You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a less sexy pick and go with a linebacker for some depth. So not very offensive focused, but they land a tight end starter in the first round. 3 starters in the first 2 rounds, I think, is my plan here. I doubt that this is going to give me a high grade. Yeah, not crazy high, but Tyler Warren, Omar Norman Lott should start. Darian Porter should start. Josiah Stewart should be a rotational guy. Then you get a tackle depth in the 4th round, another interior guy, back-to-back safety picks, but that's another position the Jets need a lot of work at, and then the linebacker to round out. This put me in the top 43 of Jets drafts. They actually gave me a B+ on this one. I kind of like, again, I like the idea of landing Warren. He's my favorite tight end in this draft class. I know the Michigan tight end is going to draw a lot of interest as well. And then they add some positions of needs in the 2nd and 3rd round before, honestly, rounds 4, 5, and 6 is kind of just rounding out depth, but that's what the back end of the draft is supposed to be. So let me know what your thoughts are on this mock draft. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.